Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about how Smith might be building out his case. Um, you know, During the documents case, we talked about how some of the moves he was making, some of the evidence that he was gathering, wasn't really necessary to go out and convince a grand jury to give an indictment. But it seemed like it was geared more to potentially disrupting any defense that Trump might have to that indictment. We're starting to get signs that he's doing the exact same thing in the election interference case. In a recent video, we talked about Donahue and how Smith's office had talked to Donahue, but Donahue hadn't talked to the grand jury. And a lot of people were wondering if Smith was messing up. And if really this is something that the grand jury needed, because it goes to mindset. And we talked about how there's a high likelihood that there were things other than Donahue that could be used to show that to the grand jury. And one of the questions that came in was who would be better to demonstrate that, to demonstrate his mindset. Now, when it comes to the grand jury, that could be done through physical records, communications, that type of stuff. As far as who would be better at trial, I'm going to say Krebs, the guy who, when the election lies started getting pushed, he was like, yeah, no, that's not true. Him. So if you don't remember who this person is, he was the director of the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, appointed by Trump. And when the accusations about the security of the election started getting raised, he described the election as the most secure in American history. And he came out to say that there's, quote, no evidence that any voting system deleted or lost votes, changed votes, or was in any way compromised. He was, of course, later fired. Now, what he can show, his testimony might show, is that during briefings, particularly one maybe in February of 2020, that Trump totally understood how secure the elections really were, so that all of his statements from that point forward were false, and that he knew they were false. That would certainly go to mindset. Now, we have found out we have confirmation. I think a lot of people suspected this, but we now have confirmation that Smith's office has, in fact, talked to Krebs in May. Now, again, this is one of those dual purpose things, though. It does show, it could be used to show his mindset, obviously, but it also plugs up a possible defense, which is Trump truly believed this. He believed that something was wrong with these election machines because he saw it on a news network or something, right? Krebs might be able to explain that, no, he didn't actually believe that. Again, we don't know what he's going to say, but there's that. I have a feeling that he's going to be a really important witness. I have a feeling that this is somebody that if this goes to trial, he'll probably answer some questions that are going to be seen as, let's just say, critical to securing a conviction for the prosecution. Trump, of course, is denying all of this, and he has the presumption of innocence. Krebs is one of those people who might be able to establish that part of the elements of the offense were in fact there. We'll have to wait for testimony, but it certainly appears that Smith is playing that same long game and getting rid of any potential Trump defense before any news of a potential indictment comes out. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.